Have you ever looked at your to-do list and just felt overwhelmed? Yeah, me too. Well, today we're diving into a project proposal for a completely new kind of task manager, one that promises to think with you, not just for you. We're going to look at the blueprint for what might just be the future of getting things done.
So here's our roadmap. We'll start with a big problem with our current to-do lists. Then we'll look at the vision for a truly smart assistant, get into the nitty-gritty of the AI, see how it stacks up against the competition, and finally, check out the plan to actually build this thing.
Okay, so first things first, the project kicks off by identifying a problem that, let's be honest, probably feels very familiar to a lot of us. I mean, really think about it. The app on your phone right now, what is it really? It's basically a digital piece of paper. It just sits there waiting for you to tell it what to do. The proposal asks this one simple but really powerful question. Why aren't these tools smarter? And the result is that we forget stuff, important stuff, like taking medication, paying a bill on time, or hitting a critical deadline at work. Right now, our apps are just static lists. They put the entire mental load of remembering and prioritizing everything right back on us.
This slide just nails the shift they're proposing. It's about moving from something static and manual to something dynamic and automated. It's the difference between a tool that's reactive, one that just holds information, and a partner that's proactive, one that actually helps you get things done.
So, if the current system is broken, how do we fix it? Well, the proposal doesn't just point out the problem, it lays out a really compelling vision for the solution. And here's the core idea. Let the app do the heavy lifting. We're talking about automating your priorities, giving you reminders that actually make sense based on where you are or what's in your calendar, and most importantly, learning from you over time to get even smarter. The end goal, to reduce that mental load we were talking about.
And this isn't some niche tool just for tech gurus. The vision here is for everyone. Professionals, students, even elderly individuals who need help remembering things. It's meant to be a universally helpful assistant.
All right, now for the really cool part. How does this thing actually get smart? Well, it's not magic. It's a really clever combination of a couple of powerful AI technologies. The first ingredient is something called natural language processing, or NLP. In simple terms, this is what allows the app to understand you when you talk or type like a regular person. You don't have to learn any special commands or fill out a bunch of forms. And this breakdown shows it perfectly. You just say something normal, like, buy milk after work. The AI instantly figures out the action, buy milk, and the context, after work. It can even infer the location based on where you work and turn that simple phrase into a fully formed, intelligent task. But knowing what you need to do is only half the battle. The other, arguably more important half, is knowing when you should do it. And that's where the second piece of AI, machine learning, comes into play. Now, this is where it gets really personal. The machine learning model looks at way more than just deadlines. It learns your habits. It figures out what's important to you, when you're most productive, and even how likely you are to complete certain types of tasks. It's constantly reshuffling your list so the right thing is at the top at the right time. Okay, so this all sounds fantastic, but how does it really stack up against the big-name apps we're already using every day?
This table lays it all out on the line. Yeah, the current apps have things they do well, but look at the weaknesses. They all lack true proactive intelligence. This new system is specifically designed to fill those gaps that every other app leaves wide open.
And this quote from the proposal itself really just sums it all up, doesn't it? It's the unique combination of these three things: understanding your words, learning your habits, and knowing your context. That really makes this idea a potential game changer. Now, what's so great about this document is that it's not just a bunch of cool ideas. It's an actual practical blueprint for how to build it. They've mapped out a clear 6-month journey to take this from concept to a real working product. You can see every stage here, from the initial research all the way through building the core AI, developing the apps, and then testing everything to make sure it works. And they're not just focused on the flashy features. They're obsessed with reliability, a 99% uptime target, and making sure it works even when you're offline. That means it's a tool you can actually count on day in and day out. So when you pull it all together, this whole project is really about a huge shift in how we think about productivity. It poses a really interesting final question. What if your apps didn't just manage your tasks, but actually understood your intentions? What if they were true partners in getting things done? That's a future worth thinking about.